Discover the profound message within each new story. Be sure to watch the video until the very end for an exciting twist in the story, as the second part unravels with captivating intrigue, leaving an indelible impression on your mind. Missing out on the conclusion would mean forfeiting the valuable moral that the story imparts. Now the story, From Lost to Found, an epic journey of healing, love, and discovery on the Appalachian Trail. The morning was draped in a cool mist, the sun's rays struggling to pierce through the thick canopy of trees. My heart raced in anticipation, each beat echoing my decision to embark on this monumental journey. My backpack, containing the essentials for the months ahead, was a tangible representation of my commitment. I watched as Jen and Steve's Honda pulled up, the engine's purr a gentle reminder of the reality that lay ahead. Jen's eyes held a mixture of concern and disbelief as she looked at me. "Are you really doing this?" she asked, her voice carrying a note of worry. I smiled, trying to infuse as much confidence as possible into my response. "Yeah, I am." Steve, always a man of few words, offered me a can of pepper spray and a tight, awkward hug. Their support was genuine, but I could tell they were still struggling to fathom the enormity of my decision. As my backpack was loaded into the trunk, it seemed to almost dwarf the space, a physical representation of the weight of my choice. I settled into the back seat, my emotions a swirling mix of excitement and trepidation. The ride was accompanied by a palpable silence, broken only by the rhythmic hum of the engine and the occasional rustle of leaves as we sped along. As we approached the trailhead, my heart raced faster. The trail lay before me, an uncharted path filled with both promise and uncertainty. I stepped out of the car, my backpack heavy against my shoulders, the straps digging into my skin. Jen's gaze held a mixture of concern and doubt, but she held back her words, opting for a tight smile instead. The moment was finally here. I stood at the trailhead, a mix of emotions churning within me. I adjusted the straps of my backpack and took a deep breath, inhaling the earthy scent of the forest. The trail stretched out before me like a ribbon of destiny, winding its way through the trees. With a sense of determination, I took my first steps onto the path that would lead me on this transformative journey. The first few steps were tentative, as if the trail itself were testing my resolve. The crunch of leaves beneath my boots was the only sound in the stillness of the woods. The air was crisp, and a shiver ran down my spine, not just from the cold, but from the realization that I was finally doing it. Every footfall felt like a commitment, a promise to myself to see this journey through. Mile 8. The first campsite appeared, a small oasis amidst the trees. I was tired, muscles aching from the unaccustomed exertion, yet a sense of accomplishment swelled within me. I set up my tent, the process slow and clumsy. As if sensing my struggle, a fellow hiker approached, offering assistance. He was a college student with a friendly smile, his hands deftly setting up my shelter in moments. I thanked him, my voice carrying a mix of gratitude and embarrassment. His gaze lingered on me for a moment, curiosity evident in his eyes. I could almost hear the unasked questions, the wonder about my presence on the trail. But he didn't pry, instead giving me a nod and wishing me well on my journey before continuing on his own path. Mile 19. As I walked, the rhythm of the trail began to seep into my bones. I couldn't help but chuckle as I remembered my first foray into the world of wild restrooms. It had been an endeavor filled with caution and humor, an experience I had never anticipated when I embarked on this journey. Mile 49. Repacking my backpack had been an exercise in patience and persistence. The advice of another hiker had stayed with me, urging me to shift the weight to the center for a more balanced load. As I went through the process of unpacking and rearranging, I couldn't help but feel a mix of determination and absurdity. The other hiker's commentary had been a mix of help and distraction, and I had found myself laughing at the chaos of it all. Mile 65. My feet were a constant source of discomfort, a reminder of the miles I had covered. But even in my exhaustion, I felt a sense of contentment settling in. As I lay in my tent that night, the symphony of crickets outside, I couldn't help but smile as thoughts of you filled my mind. Memories of our shared dreams and conversations drifted through my thoughts, warming my heart. Mile 87. Meeting Pine Tree was a revelation. His appearance, weathered and wise, intrigued me. He exuded a sense of confidence and freedom that I envied. Our conversation was brief, his words cryptic yet strangely insightful. He saw through the layers I carried, both in my backpack and in my heart. For a moment, he reminded me of you, of the dreams we had spoken of but never pursued. Mile 112. Days passed, and with each step, I felt a subtle transformation taking place within me. The encounters with fellow hikers, the moments of solitude, all began to shape my perspective. Meeting elderly hikers who spoke of the secret to longevity, never stopping, always moving, offered a new perspective on life's journey. Mile 162. The act of shedding unnecessary items became symbolic, a shedding of not just physical weight, but also mental burdens. As I left behind belongings in a giveaway box, I felt a sense of liberation. The trail was teaching me to let go of what no longer served me, to embrace simplicity. Mile 2032. The journey had brought me to the final stretch, and as I stood before the sign marking the end of the Appalachian Trail, emotions swelled within me. I felt a sense of accomplishment that was as vast as the mountains themselves. The wind whispered softly, carrying my words to the skies. We did it, I whispered, a smile curving my lips. Uncapping the urn that had accompanied me throughout the journey, I let your ashes scatter on the wind. You were finally free, a part of the very essence of this untamed land. Tears mingled with the breeze as I whispered my farewell. Thank you for being with me every step of the way. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the landscape, a profound sense of peace settled within me. The journey had been one of healing, closure, and reconnection with you. The mountains had been my companions, the trail my guide, and you my inspiration. I turned away from the sign, my heart light and my spirit soaring. The adventure had come full circle, the suspenseful beginning transformed into a triumphant conclusion. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel and join us on our journey through the world of stories. Don't forget to click the bell icon for the latest video updates. Check out the video description for the complete playlist. Why not continue the journey? Are you ready for more captivating stories that will touch your heart, keep you on the edge of your seat, and inspire you beyond belief? Look no further. Our channel is a treasure trove of emotional roller coasters, suspenseful thrillers, and motivational tales that will leave you wanting more. Dive into the world of love and romance as we explore heartwarming relationships that will make you believe in the power of true love again. So, what are you waiting for? Click on one of the videos on the end screen and let the storytelling magic continue. Your next emotional adventure awaits. Thank you for watching.